to get up there and perform the whole show in Spanish is a middle finger to the rest of America. Who gives a damn that we have 40 million Spanish speakers in the United States? We have 310 million who don't speak a lick of Spanish. This is supposed to be a unifying event for the country, not for the Latinos, not for one small group, but for the country. We don't need a black national anthem. We don't need a Spanish-speaking, non-English performer, and we don't need an ICE or America hater featured as our primetime entertainment.
Okay, what is the national language, officially the national language of the United States of America?
I mean, English. And there's been a push for many years to make it an official,
you don't have one.
Documented thing.
You don't have one.
If you would have let me finish my comment, I would have pointed that out that people have been pushing to make it official.
Okay, right, so you're trying to make official.
This attitude that you have right here is why you in Great Britain have lost your culture. You ceded your culture to a bunch of radical Muslims who came in and took over, and now it's gone. We're not allowing that here. Whether it's Hispanic, whether it's Muslim, it's not happening in the United States of America. That's why President Trump was elected. And whether it's Bad Bunny, who is American but refuses to speak English in his performances, or anybody else, we have to keep the Super Bowl, which football, that kind of football, is ours. They call it American football. And the halftime show and everything around it needs to stay quintessentially American. Not Spanish, not Muslim, not anything other than good old-fashioned American apple pie. There should be a meatloaf, maybe some fried chicken, and an English-speaking performer. That's what the Super Bowl should be.
The NFL had their halftime show performed by Bad Bunny. For the people who do not know, Bad Bunny is an American artist, and a lot of people do not have the insight to understand that he's American simply because he only sings, it just doesn't sing his songs in Hispanic only. He has some English songs, but they're not many compared to the ones that he has sung in his native language. And a lot of people feel that it is not right for him to be nominated and for him to even perform at the Super Bowl. And Megyn Kelly wasn't left behind as far as talking about it was concerned. Which actually makes me wonder, could it have been a problem if they had chosen any other person? If they had chosen maybe somebody like Drake, somebody like Chris Brown, somebody like Rihanna, could it have been a problem? Because I never saw anybody complain the whole period when Kendrick Lamar was performing. I didn't see a lot of people coming out to complain about it. I didn't even see the president trying to hold a different event, because while the halftime Super Bowl performance was being held, we had this other performance that was going on. Turning Point USA, it was going on. And so it leaves me wondering, why is it that when a certain group of people is nominated, it hurts a lot of people and it makes people, especially the MAGA people, why does it make the MAGA people feel like they are just the ones that should be chosen, like whatever they are in support of is what should be chosen? Sometimes things do not have to work in your favor. Let's watch the videos, and then after that, I'm going to give my point of view on all this. Stay tuned, my great people, and credit belongs to the original creators of the videos that I have used. Stay tuned.
Well, jumping jelly beans and MAGA hats involved. Megyn Kelly just went scorched earth on the Piers Morgan show today. So Piers Morgan was like, well, Megyn Kelly, what is your problem? What do you have against the Super Bowl? And Megyn Kelly was like, for starters, I want people in the halftime show that speak English. I don't care about, this is what Megyn Kelly said, the 30 million people who speak Latino, Espanol. What about the 300 million people that speak English? So Piers Morgan countered back by saying, what is the official language of the United States of America? And Megyn Kelly was like, it's English. And Piers Morgan said, no, you don't have an official language, don't you? It's never been documented. And Megyn Kelly said, if you let me finish, President Trump is working on that. And we don't want to be like you, who submit themselves to other people in other countries, and you don't have a country in Great Britain, do you? It's always funny when white people debate each other. Anywho, Megyn Kelly went on to say that it shouldn't be a Black History national anthem, and that we shouldn't have a halftime performer who hates America, hates ICE, and refuses to speak a lick of English, even though he's American, and does a whole routine in Spanish. We should have an American performer performing the halftime. There should be fried chicken. There should be apple pie, American football. That's Americana. So what are your guys' thoughts on that? Do you think she's totally off base and wrong, or do you think she's right? You want my opinion? You want my opinion on Megyn Kelly and everything she said to Piers Morgan? Let's think about that for half a second. What does Daddy Jason think about a beautiful blonde talking about making America great again? I totally agree. Because the problem that I have that's going on in this country is that we're a subculture of other people's countries. President Trump is, why do you think he went so hard with the Gulf of America? He's really trying to get it down pat that we have an identity. Because if it wasn't for President Trump, we'd be a little bit of China, a little bit of Mexico, none of the United States of America. We got to go back to our roots. We got to make America great again. Daddy Jason, subscribe.
It's an interesting logic to have. You know what? Why don't the entire planet listen to music in our various languages? If you speak Spanish, whatever language, even on the African continent, whatever language or ethnic group you belong to, listen to that language in that song alone. Yeah. Now, you see how it sounds. I don't know if you go and read the comments on that guy's video, it's full of those MAGA, right-wing, nationalist, weird, inbred people. Now, the reason why I hate these type of people is they are so backwards, bro. They don't create nothing. They don't think. They are in perpetual back in my day. That's why black right-wing nationalist will forever be weird to me. And these MAGA people fighting for English, for an English speaker to perform, fighting for, they are not even English. They are either German, Dutch, French, whatever, Italian. Like, shut up.
I ain't gonna listen to Bad Bunny at the Super Bowl. I can't even understand what he's saying. Yeah, me neither, Jethro, but I understand vibes. If you listen to it, his music goes hard as hell, and I know y'all were bumping Gasolina at the club, drinking freaking Bud Light. I know you were, and then Macarena before that. Y'all weird. Y'all are weird.
Welcome back, my beautiful and amazing people. Thank you so much for the love and the support that you have been showing. I really do appreciate it, and I really want to say thank you. I am very grateful. Sometimes I feel like for a portion of Americans, a certain portion, they believe or know that everything that happens must be filtered must be filtered through MAGA-centric worldview and judged by how well whatever people are doing is working in favor of their beliefs, and it is beliefs that they actually do not have a clue about, without forgetting that they are never even aware of what they are defending. Because let me ask you something. What do you mean that Megyn Kelly had the audacity to just burst out talking about how she doesn't care and how like people are just sitting down while the American culture has been taken away from the American people by people who just come visiting the country? What do you mean? What culture are you talking about? Because every time I look at the MAGA people and whatever they support, I don't understand whatever they support. They don't even stand for anything that is meaningful. They just, like, all they do is just follow the wind. They like just the flag. They don't care. They're just following the wind without even an idea of what they are in support of. Okay, these people that Megyn Kelly is talking about coming over to take over the American culture, what culture are you talking about? And who are these people? Because the reality and the truth is that it is not even about the American people who have just lost their culture. You never had a culture. You never had one. There has never been any for the American people. Because every time I try to look at what the American people even believe in, there is none. And the fact that she felt like they are losing culture, when in real sense, this Puerto Rican artist, Bad Bunny, is an American, tells me that she has no idea what she's in support of. She doesn't even understand what she's even supporting. I really love how people came out and said that whether I understood or not, it didn't matter, because that performance was awesome. It was talking about unity. It was all about love. It was all about family. It was all about everything the Black community, the left-sided people would actually come out and say that they stand for. Again, I don't know, the right hand people are so used to racism, they're so used to favorism, they're so used to hating on things that do not even make sense. Because I don't understand how she would just come out clean and talk about it like it is something to be proud of, when in real sense it doesn't make any sense her trying to complain about it. But Bunny was a good choice. He actually performed better. And I didn't hear anybody complain about the days when any other person was chosen. And if the problem was the fact that he wasn't singing in English, did you see, did anybody come across the videos of people of the black community and some white people trying to learn the music of these artists? They were learning each word, saying that they don't want, like, when the time comes for Bad Bunny to perform, they didn't want to be left. They wanted to understand each and everything. I mean, who doesn't know Macarena? People sing it. It has been used even in cartoons, and you watch these cartoons. What do you mean that this person doesn't sing in English, so now we're not supposed to be in support of them? We're supposed to be in support of each and every ethnic group. It doesn't matter whether it is the Black people, whether it is the Hispanics, whichever people they are. Singing, not singing in English doesn't mean anything. And the fact that she came out talking about in the English being the national language of America, I mean, America does not have a national language. Or does it have one? Because I've never heard of any. They are just in the process of making it the national language. That is what they had been debating on, but otherwise it hasn't been made the national language. Meaning that you do not even have a language actually. And this person is priding in their native language and they're so proud of it. That is why they're singing about it. What do you mean you're coming out so strongly talking about it like it is something wrong for someone to be proud of where they're coming from? You should be proud of where you're coming from as well. We're not going to judge you for that. And neither should you be judging people for that. It was so wrong of her to do that. I don't think that she even understood what she was defending, because nothing was ever making sense at all. And I understand why she was so angry, because, you know, the MAGA people do not like it when somebody who's against MAGA, who's against this government, who's against this administration talking. Whenever you talk, they feel like you're very offensive. When in real sense, they're just offended by themselves. I mean, why are you getting mad at such a petty thing? Shouldn't you be mad at the things that are happening, like bigger things that this administration is doing? Instead of getting mad at a person who doesn't like whatever this administration is doing. You're in support of the wrong in such a way that you do not even see anything wrong about it. I don't know what you think about this, but I feel like she was wrong. It wasn't the right thing for her to do. You can let me know what you think about it in the comment section. And if you're new here, kindly remember to subscribe and stay tuned. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to like. And please do not forget to leave a comment telling me what you think about this. Because personally, I feel like Megyn Kelly, this was the wrong move. Totally wrong. And before you even come out talking about things, you should first of all consider learning about them. Because whatever you are defending isn't defendable. You can let me know what you think about this. And do not forget to follow me, my great people. Until next time, it's goodbye. Bye.